Krabi is hands down one of Thailand's top beach destinations. But here's the thing, most people actually miss out on what really makes this place unique. After visiting many times over the years, I've learned there's so much more to Krabi than just beaches. I'm here to make sure you don't miss out. In this video, we'll cover the hidden natural wonders that tourists rarely see, the best time of year to actually experience Krabi, as well as some of the top hotels to stay at. Now, if there's one thing that can ruin your trip before even getting started, it's choosing the wrong place to stay. When I first started researching where to stay on Krabi, I found a lot of conflicting information that was actually just overwhelming. But after visiting a lot of times, I've realized it's actually quite straightforward to choose where to stay. For example, Railay Beach is one of the most stunning beaches in Thailand, but it probably isn't the best place to stay. What makes this beach so special is that it's cut off from access from roads and can only be accessed by boat. This means that it's been mostly able to retain its natural beauty without overdevelopment, but it is a real pain in the ass to get to with your luggage. On top of that, the beach quietens down a bit after sunset as most visitors head back to the hotels. It could be a really cool place to stay if you want to see what it's like without the crowds, but for most people, I recommend not staying here. Krabi Town is another popular place to stay because there's a decent nightlife and some good local street food markets, but it has one big problem. There's no beach. If you came all this way, you want to stay close to the beach, right? Luckily, there's one spot that has a stunning beach, especially at sunset, has some stunning hotels and a great nightlife. It's called Ao Nang Beach, and it's a great place to stay at and explore the rest of the region from, because you can easily get boats here to explore the nearby islands and beaches, as well as head inland to explore the mountains. But which is the best hotel in Krabi? Well, really that depends on a lot of factors, like budget or whether or not you're staying with family. However, there are a few hotels that I've helped my clients book over and over again. So here they are. If budget isn't an issue, probably the best hotel is Santara Grand. This is located on its own private beach and is an absolutely stunning hotel. It'll be out of some people's price ranges because it's one of the more expensive places to stay in Krabi. It's also a little secluded. Similar to Railay Beach, you either have to take a boat there or hike through the mountain path. This helps it to make it feel a little bit more exclusive, but could be a bit of a nightmare if you stumble home drunk after a night out. But what if you don't have that kind of money to spend? Well, don't worry, I have another good option for you, one that's in the mid-tier price range. What I like about this hotel is that it's actually the only hotel that's located directly on Ao Nang Beach, meaning you walk out of your hotel room directly to the ocean. Everywhere else in Ao Nang, you at least have to cross the road to get there. I've stayed there myself, and what I like most about it is that it has a very natural setting, as it's built into the mountainside with lots of trees and sometimes monkeys around too. It's called Krabi Resort, and I've sent a number of my clients there, and they've all loved it. Some other hotels that my clients have enjoyed are Avani Cliffside, Varana Hotel, and Sugar Marina. Now, while Krabi's beaches are stunning, some of the most breathtaking sights are just a boat ride away. And there are 3 major boat tours running from Ao Nang each day. If there's one iconic destination everyone talks about, it's the Phi Phi Islands. This tour will take you by speedboat across the Andaman Sea to experience some of the bluest waters you've ever seen. Highlights include the world-famous Maya Bay, Monkey Beach, and breathtaking Emerald Lagoon. However, be prepared for a longer, bumpy ride, as Phi Phi is one of the furthest spots, often reached by a lively and noisy speedboat. For a tour that's closer to Krabi and offers plenty of flexibility, the 4 Islands tour is an excellent choice. You'll visit Pranang Cave Beach, Tup Island, Chicken Island, and Poda Island, each offering incredible snorkeling, stunning beaches, and unique rock formations. Because it's closer, you can get there by the more traditional longtail boat or even upgrade to a private yacht. This has some of the most stunning sights in Krabi, and they're just a half-hour boat ride away. But if you're looking for something more secluded, the Hong Island tour really delivers. This trip includes a stop at the serene Hong Lagoon with opportunities for kayaking, snorkeling, and exploring secluded beaches. And this is another beautiful spot that is just a short boat ride away from Ao Nang. But if there is a problem with these island hopping tours, it's that they can get overcrowded at times. The Phi Phi Islands tour especially is one of the busiest boat tours in the country, with boats arriving every day from Koh Lanta, Phuket, Krabi, and Koh Phi Phi itself. This means that by the time you arrive, the beaches may already be overcrowded. Luckily, I have a solution. There are a small number of boat tours that either leave early in the morning, around 6 to 7 a.m, in order to beat the crowds, or additionally in the late evening. If you're heading to Phi Phi, I suggest getting an early morning tour, because this will have you arriving at Maya Bay before anyone else, which is the spot that gets the busiest. If you're doing the Hong Island or 4 Island tour, the sunset option might be the best. By this time of day, most people have cleared off the islands, so not only do you have a more peaceful and beautiful experience, you can also have the chance to enjoy a stunning sunset on the boat with a glass of wine or beer. What's more, some tours offer the chance to swim with bioluminescent plankton. Once it's dark, you can hop into the water and watch as these tiny glowing organisms light up. But if there's one spot that you can't leave without seeing, it's Railay Beach, which is one of the most iconic beaches in the whole of Thailand. But luckily, there's no need to join a tour to experience it. One thing many people don't realize about visiting Railay Beach is that the journey itself is actually one of the coolest parts of visiting. Because Railay is separated from the mainland by massive limestone cliffs, you'll need to take a boat boat from Ao Nang Beach. It's easy enough to catch a boat. There are small ticket booths situated along the road running parallel to Ao Nang Beach, where you can get a one-way ticket for around 100 baht, although the prices may be higher during peak season. Boats typically wait until they're full, but they'll usually be off within about 20 minutes. Once on board, make sure you have your camera ready, as you'll be treated to some of the most breathtaking scenery in Krabi. You'll pass by dramatic cliffs, lush islands, and other boats as you make your way to Railay Beach, which is about a 20-minute boat ride from Ao Nang. But it's getting back where the real problems can arrive. You absolutely have to make sure you don't miss the last boat back. It's a little dangerous to ride in a longtail boat at night, so most boats stop running around 6 p.m, which is around about when sunset is. Don't miss it or you'll be sleeping on the beach. Now, Railay Beach itself is iconic, but there's much more to explore than most people realize. In fact, most people rarely actually explore beyond the first beach that they arrive at, and in my opinion, they're missing out. For starters, there's Railay Walking Street, a lively jungle path lined with bars, restaurants, and coffee shops. This is the perfect spot for a few beers. But once you venture beyond the walking street, you can really get lost in the caves and mountains of Railay. There are a number of short hiking routes in the area that you can explore and hopefully catch a glimpse of the rare dusky leaf monkeys that inhabit the area. Railay also boasts some of the best rock climbing formations in Southeast Asia. Here you can climb the dramatic cliffs and enjoy sweeping views over the beach below. Even if you're a beginner, you can get started with a half-day climb, usually around 1,500 baht. But if you're looking for something a little different, you could head into Railay's cave systems, with Diamond Cave and Pranang Cave being some of the biggest caves to explore. Finally, if you keep exploring past the caves, you can also discover some hidden beaches, like Pranang Beach and Railay East. But if you're looking for something beyond the beaches, trust me, there's also a lot more waiting inland. If you head off the coast, you're in for some of the most unique landscapes in southern Thailand. Situated one of the highest peaks in Krabi is the Tiger Cave Temple. You have to climb a steep set of 1,260 steps to get to the top. But once you do, you'll have some amazing views of the town below, as well as the islands and coastline in the distance. At the top is an active monastery where monks live and practice, and this is truly one of the most stunning temples in Thailand. Not too far from Tiger Cave Temple is the famous Emerald Pool, a hidden gem right in the middle of the jungle. Unlike any hot spring you've ever seen, this pool is crystal clear turquoise water, thanks to the minerals from the nearby limestone hills. And if you're up for a little extra explanation, you'll find the blue pool nearby. With its deep blue color, this pool is even more stunning, although you're not really allowed to swim in it. Accessing these pools will cost around 400 baht, and it makes for a decent hike too. Finally, you should also check out Krabi's mangrove forests. These forests thrive in salty water, creating a crucial habitat for wildlife and protecting the shoreline. What's the best way to see them? You can rent a kayak and paddle your way through the mangrove-lined forests, either as part of a tour or by yourself. And the best part of these sites are you can cover pretty much all of it in a single day from Ao Nang. But now for something a little more practical. Getting from the airport to your hotel in Krabi can be trickier than expected. But here's how to make it a little easier. When I first arrived on my first trip to Krabi, I thought I got a good deal. Situated one of the highest peaks in Krabi is the Tiger Cave Temple. Wait for the van to be filled up, and it took another hour before we left, which was the last thing I wanted after an hour's long flight. This turned what should have been a 45-minute drive in a nearly 3-hour ordeal. After that, I've tried private cars, but ended up haggling over fares and even getting ripped off in the process. But luckily in Krabi, you can download the Grab app, which is the best way to avoid getting overcharged. Sometimes the driver's gonna be a little funny though. There is a bit of a taxi mafia situation here. That means some of the taxi drivers don't like people using the Grab apps. And I've actually had drivers message me so they can pretend to pick me up a bit more sneakily, just to avoid getting caught out. So you might wanna be a little careful when using the Grab app. But one thing I didn't know until recently is that Krabi is actually one of the rainiest places in Thailand. And the last thing you need is for your trip to be ruined by rain and thunderstorms. So when is the best time to visit the beach? Krabi's rainy season runs from May to October. And while it doesn't mean it's raining non-stop, it does mean you'll probably experience a few heavy downpours, often out of nowhere. I remember the first time I experienced a Thai thunderstorm, I wasn't prepared for how heavy the rain would be. Luckily though, if you're visiting at this time, it should only last for a few hours at most. But the best time to visit Krabi is between November or April, because that's when it's least likely for it to have rain, giving you the sunny beaches you've always dreamed of. But personally, I think the biggest challenge you'll have in Krabi is fitting in all this amazing stuff into your visit. Watch this video here to find out how to fit it all into a 3-day itinerary.